Hey everybody, welcome back to another video on Gentry Gallery. Today I wanted to talk about something I've been seeing on eBay recently. I'm working on a video on M3 trench knives and I found these couple while I was just browsing around. These are two knives that are being touted as real M3s and they're listed exactly as such with no indication of reproduction, but I firmly believe that these are reproductions and I have some pretty strong evidence to prove it. So just wanted to get this out there for any novice collectors, anybody that is looking for an M3 but doesn't really know what they're looking at yet. This is the type of stuff that you got to watch out for. So this is the first one. You can see here, newer production sheath. Looks like a K-bar sheath. Nothing wrong with that. That happens all the time, Old knife gets paired with a new sheath. This knife though, first of all, the blade looking really greasy. I don't know what's up with that. You can see some kind of glue type stuff near the guard, and then the handle almost looks like lacquered or something. It's very strange, but just close enough to the real thing that you might be fooled if you didn't really know. The biggest giveaway is going to be this US M3 Space 1943. I've never in all my time seen anything like this. This is definitely reproduction type stuff. There was never a time when there was nothing between M3 and 1943 when they were blade marked, and even if the 1943 wasn't there, there would still be a maker's mark here. Also, you can see the alignment of the text is kind of wonky. The S is below the U, the 3 is above the M. It's just strange. So let's scroll down here and take a look at the description. You can see that this gentleman is basically completely stating that this is a real knife. I actually sent this gentleman a message just to let him know, because a lot of times even the sellers don't know. I like to give them the benefit of the doubt and not think that they're being predatory. But again, to someone who isn't a pretty seasoned collector, this could trick somebody and they'd be spending $300 on a reproduction that they could probably get for under $100 for a good usable knife. The next one is even worse. This is what got me making this video in the first place. This is, I think, the same model of reproduction knife. So I mean, from a distance, looks pretty good. Looks like a really well-maintained M3. But then you get down to, let's find a picture there. So same story here. US M3 blank 1943. Alignment looks funny. Font looks funny. And if you just think for a second, if you saw an M3 at this price, $260 in this good of condition, and it was a blade marked 1943 M3, I mean, this thing would have sold 10 minutes after it was listed at that price. That's crazy. This guy was kind enough to provide even some more evidence. There's no ordnance marking on the pommel here. I know that there are variations to these things, but there's nothing recorded from this time period that matches this, and you can just look at the build quality and really tell. If you spend a lot of time around these knives, which I know a lot of you guys that watch my channel do, you can tell. So let's scroll down to the description here. This one, again, stating that it's real, everything up in this area looking like a real knife. And then down here, for the disbelievers, this knife is not a reproduction. I personally knew the 90+ / year old lady that brought me this knife 8 to 10 years ago, and it was her husband that served in the military during World War II. So that is, evidence there that other people have been messaging this gentleman and letting him know that this is fake. I can't in good conscience let this sit out there just by the fact that a novice collector could buy this and be wasting their money, and it might ruin, the hobby for them. It's just not cool. If you want to collect reproductions, there's no problem with that at all, but please clearly state that they are reproductions. And I totally get why some people want them. You can use them. They're high quality knives, and they look cool. I get that. But if you want a real knife and you're looking on eBay and you don't know what you're looking at, $260 for this is probably pretty attractive. Anywho, y'all, that's my soapbox. That's it. Hope you appreciated this video. I just needed to vent a little bit on this, and I hope y'all have been having a great weekend, and be on the lookout for my video on M3s a little bit later this week. I've got a new camera coming in, so I'm really excited to get some good footage for y'all.